Biafrans, ekelekwa m unu. Ladies and gentlemen, I greet all of you, both home and diaspora. I have an important discussion on my hand I want to have with my people that I loved so much, and I wouldn't want anything to happen to them. This moment, I want to inform Biafrans home and abroad that the sovereign state of United States of Biafra is assured by world powers, including United Kingdom. I want to inform you that the long-awaited king has arrived. Forget about insinuations, self-opinions, assumptions. When you talk of assumption, that is on a zero level. So you don't have anything to figure out. Fantasies, mirage, and empty promises. It cannot take you anywhere. Let's follow the right road. Let's follow reasonable leaders who are able to see tomorrow and discover that tomorrow is greater, heavier, and better than today. You can see what the military juntas have done in order for them to be completely emancipated from West Africa sub-region or African Union as a whole. They have distinguished themselves. If you are talking of distinguished, honorable countries in Africa, count Burkina Faso, count Mali, count Niger. They have broke the camel's back. They have done and achieved the result that no African country since after colonization have ever achieved. This is how to know great leaders, powerful leaders. They are not fighting for themselves. These three presidents, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, are not self-complacency. They are not selfish. They are not self-centered. They are fighting for the right and freedom of their citizens. They are fighting to liberate their people from mental colonialism. They are fighting for the protection and adequate security and provision of their indigenous countries. And I didn't see where it has become a crime against humanity that the military juntas come out and declare themselves completely detached from mental colonization. Somebody who colonized you still bench you, intricate everywhere and obfuscated everywhere for you. That you will not have a moment to see light, nor life, nor comfort in your life. Don't forget that when we talk of sovereign nation or sovereignty, It simply means freedom from entanglement. Till this day, many African countries are suffering from entanglement of their colonial masters. And this brings me to say this day that Simon Ekpa, the lion tribe of Biafra, have traced the reasonable road to Biafrans' freedom. And he deserves a round of applause. He deserves respect and homage. With every humility, I'm informing my people, goodwill of Biafrans, to understand it this day that military juntas started with a day. And when somebody or a president who recognized what they are trying to do, and this president is highly influenced in the world, or call him the second world powers in the world, second country who is the world power in the whole world, now came out and declare his support for Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali. Because they are being maltreated, they are being subjugated against their wish by their colonial masters. Meanwhile, they said they are free now, they can govern themselves. And they are holding them on their two legs, pin it down to the ground, headlong. So since they got independence as an independent country, as a sovereign nation, they have nothing to write home about. I want to inform Biafrans that 1 year now, the military juntas assume office in their different countries. Things have turned around in their country. Their country economy, finances, currency are far better than that of Nigeria. Get me correct. You see, before, Niger Republic or Niger people are not recognized. Mali are not recognized. Burkina Faso is not recognized. But today, they are the talk of the world. They are talk of the town. And this is what wisdom can give you. We are not living to eat and drink and shit and die. We are living with a purpose. But Nigeria does not live with purpose. They don't have any purpose. Nigeria government does not have any purpose. They are not living with any purpose. And that is the most miserable life that anyone who found himself on this planet Earth will ever live. As I'm talking with you, world powers, including the United Kingdom, are in full support for Biafra nation to come, because Biafrans have suffered too much Since after independence, Biafrans have been held down. Their head have been down by their oppressors and detractors. And I want to make it categorically explicit this moment that if we lose Simon Ekpa peradventure, it is going to be difficult for Biafrans to get to their destinations. I know many great leaders are there who supported Biafra nation. But the one we are seeing now, maka na nke onye ji n'aka agụ ya. The one we are having now is more valued and more important, and is impressing us because his movements and efforts are like wildfire, tornado. Is very contagious, positively contagious, that nothing absolutely can hinder the United States of Biafra from coming to reality. Because the pre-indicators or predetermined indicators are there. The corridor has been constructed for Biafrans' exit. And fellow Biafrans, I want to use this opportunity to inculcate something undiluted, unfathomable into your heart. You must chew it and swallow it and have it as a memory verse. That this day, this video was made and uploaded on the internet. I'm living for tomorrow record. I'm not living for today record. Yes. My children and great-grandchildren shall live to read the history that their grandfather created. I believe in Biafra. I believe in Biafrans. I believe in the people of Southeast of Nigeria. I believe anything and everything that have to do with the Igbo man in any corner and corner of the world. Because I know how industrious, how dynamic and systematic they are in brain. And they are very industrious. But they have been marginalized and subjugated, overpressed by the cripples and dumb and deafs that claim to be the leaders of Nigeria. And I want to say that the departed glory from Biafra land is gradually returning, and in no distant time it shall fully manifested. Because I can see the unification of Biafrans, which have never been before. I can see numerous understandings and a rapport with maturity amongst Biafrans in the whole world concerning the Biafra restoration. My dear, I want to tell you that even if you don't believe, you can hear the aroma of Biafra United States or the United States of Biafra nation oozing out into your nostrils, no matter how much you pretend you should understand that a new day have come. New era have come. Simon Ekpa in Germany, Simon Ekpa in Russia, Simon Ekpa in North Korea, in South Korea, in Senegal, in South Africa. What are you talking about? Everywhere is Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa on the move. Join the train, the moving train. Join the moving car. Let's go. We can never be late because we have not gone late before, and we can't come later. It's an abomination. We must do it now. It's fresh and hot. We must consume it. I've laid down example for you. How these three countries, their new presidents, those presidents now that took over from their own terrorist presidents. These new presidents are very young, very vibrant, mentally sound, because the problem of Africans is that they don't check how sound the brain of the president they want to elect into the office is working. And this is why most of the African presidents, when they assume the presidential seat, as they become a president today, they will begin to demonstrate all kinds of animalistic attitude against their citizens. Marginalization, nepotism, and tribalism. Favoritism becomes the order of the day. Ostracism, religious presidents are what is reigning in Africa. Very religious. And that religiosity have led them to lunatism, just like the one they are having currently in Nigeria now. Somebody who does not think anymore. Somebody who stands like a dummy. Somebody who doesn't meditate nor premeditate. The thinking comes and goes. Somebody who went for international conference and he was busy sleeping and snoring. After the conference, the only thing they could do where he was sitting down, sleeping and snoring, was to wake him up that the conference is over. What a shame. What a disgrace. And all of them enter plane. Wow. Back to Nigeria. And that's why they are being called zoo. Nigeria is a zoo. We are set of, all kinds of animals gathered together and said they are forming a country. Some are sleeping, some are snoring, some are laughing, some are jumping, some are bathing in the same place. Nobody is ashamed of anything. There's one deputy senate president of Nigeria in the past. That was, I think, some years back. You know what he says? That Nigeria government should import more prostitute into Nigeria. All right? People are busy building their country, bringing foreign investors, breaking through, putting what have not been in existence. And what the Deputy Senate President of Nigeria is thinking about is to import more prostitutes into the country because they are lacking prostitutes. This gives you the idea of the kind of country Nigeria is being called and how globally other countries watches Nigeria and value them to be. You can see their level of value, how they assess them. And this is why you say you go to another country with Nigerian international passport, they will tell you, get back, get away from here. They'll push you back. Go back to where you are coming from. So if you are able to gather the information I'm giving you now, revelation will come to your mind, and this revelation will make you to join the forces to spark off revolution, because revolution have taken place already in Nigeria. It's just that some people are pretending. Nigerian politicians, both to east, north, south, and west and center, knew it that Nigeria is not working and revolution have taken place. Revolution. It's been long. You people have been deceiving us. Now our eyes have opened. Everybody can be a president in his house, in his own country, in his own region, in his own language. Let us tear Nigeria apart. Let everybody go. Let us know what is killing us, where it is coming from. Those who are killing us, let's know where they are coming from, and we will pose to know how to fight them to a standstill. But it says, let's mingle together, mixed multitude. Just let's mingle together. We are one Nigeria. We are one Nigeria. But the greatest number, part of the Nigeria, are dying. No job, no investment, no amenities that make life better. No sound thinking, no good road, no good water, no electricity. What a shame. It's a shameful thing. Listen to me. It is very disgraceful internationally for you to come out either in Italy, United States of America, United Nation, or go to a European country or Asia continent and say that you are a Nigerian. They will look at you as a buffoon. Go to your dictionary. Find out the meaning of the definition of a buffoon. That is how other countries, developed countries and developing countries are looking at Nigeria to be. Nigeria is being relegated to the background. Because of what? Their counterfeit mentality. You talk of 419, the president of Nigeria is there. Talk of drug pushers, drug addicts, the president of Nigeria is there. Vice president is there. Talk of terrorism, the vice president of Nigeria is there. The president of Nigeria is there. Senate president of Nigeria is there. All the politicians in Nigeria agreed and supported terrorism. They succumbed and yielded to terrorists, paying terrorists, providing ammunition for them, so that the indigenes will not have mouth to say a word that the way they are being treated is bad. I'm telling you the truth. There it comes revolution. You cannot lead us. Leadership is not by force. Leadership is from God, if you will understand. Now listen and listen carefully. Look at Burkina Faso before. Terrorists kill 100. Terrorists kill 500, kill 1,000, 1,000 something. It's a human being, oh, that they are killing like that. And they have a president, they have a Senate president. So what is the president doing? What are the militaries and the police they are doing? Also, it is repugnant to Mali, extended to Niger. And everybody is helpless. Not until these three wise men, I call them three wise men, and Simon Ekpa have joined the three wise men. And Simon Ekpa is coming from the east. Understand the three wise men who come from the east. Simon Ekpa is one of them. I count Mazen Nnamdi Kanu number one. No president on earth can be like Nnamdi Kanu, who loved his people and laid down his life. Practically, we are seeing it. He demonstrated it without intimidation, without cogitation. He made up his mind to go for his people. Simon Ekpa voluntarily volunteered himself that Biafrans must survive. And General Metumari Beuche supported the movement with everything it will take to ensure the reality of United States of Biafra. Tell me, Simon Ekpa said, let terrorism stop in Biafra land. And all the Biafran politicians ganged against him for him to be kidnapped or for him to be killed. All the Igbo elites, Igbo politicians, they write and send. They go themselves. Kill him, kill him. So now, what are those Igbo leaders and elders doing? What is the meaning of their positions? And why are they occupying those positions? Is it not to protect lives and properties of the indigenous people of Biafra? But rather, they are saboteurs and betrayers. They sabotage the freedom of Biafra nation at will. They kidnapped Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. Such a barbaric act. And they are clapping for themselves. They have done well. They have done well. They congratulated themselves. They shook themselves. And that's why they have been called Zoo. Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom. What Simon Ekpa is fighting for is what? To stop terrorism in Biafra land, in Igbo land. Then they call him names. That thing Simon Ekpa is fighting for is what the military juntas have fought today. There is peace in Burkina Faso. There is peace in Nigerian Republic. There is peace in Mali. And the Tinubu want to go and jeopardize the peace that is existing in these countries. Which shows you that Tinubu doesn't have peace. And Tinubu did not win election. He didn't come through the door. He passed through the window. And because of this singular act, Nigeria have created a big enmity between Niger Republic and themselves. By Tinubu going to cut their light, the first thing Tinubu did was to cut their electricity because Nigeria give them light. But Nigeria doesn't have light. If you take this matter to World Court or World Supreme Court, Nigeria Republic will win this matter. But that is just wasting of time. Is to leave Tinubu alone because it's a load. It's an awkward predicament.